pH at Port Austin exceed state standards of 300 colonies per 100 milliliters of water. The beach is closed until further water tests show bacteria levels are once again safe for human contact. More than 210,000 DTE Energy customers remain without power this morning. Thousands of homeowners who lost power during severe weather earlier this week won't be able to make coffee or turn on lights until Friday. Here's DTE Energy's Trevor Lauer.
So what we're seeing is a lot of massive damage from big trees that have fallen So regardless of what it comes from, what we need to do right now is fix it for our customers.
Lauer says more than 3,000 power lines were brought down by high winds and trees. The outages are adding to frustrations for groups who oppose DTE's request for a rate hike. The Michigan Public Service Commission has until November to decide whether or not to approve the request for a nearly 9% rate increase. Robin Ryder with Emergent Justice says it's not just the number of outages, it's also how long it takes DTE for repairs. Here's the group's request to the energy company.
To actually fix the grid for the people that pay the very now. Fair too high, but not to raise it. We want to stop the rate hike. We just want what's fair.
Michigan pays the 11th highest rates in the nation, according to electricityrates.com. Officials at the Public Service Commission say they don't comment on pending increases. They'll have to make their decision by November. WSGW News Time, 9:07.
Are you ready for retirement? Well, Jason and Carl Kreiderman with Great Lakes Investment Advisors have a new book that can help make retiring easier. In Empower Your Retirement, they talk about how a well-thought-out financial plan can make the difference between just surviving and thriving in retirement. Using everyday language, the process can help you cover all the bases of your financial life, including how taxes can affect your retirement and much more. Your finances are too important to leave to chance. Empower Your Retirement is written to help you understand the must-dos to prepare for the retirement you desire. Get your free copy of Empower Your Retirement by calling 989-848-1188. That's 989-848-1188. And for more on retirement planning, tune into Jason and Carl's radio show, Your Financial Empower Hour, every Sunday morning at 8. Firm provides insurance services. Investment advisory services offered by Great Lakes Investment Advisors, Inc., a registered investment advisor firm in the state of Michigan. Investing involves loss of principal.
WSGW News Time, 9:08. The weather forecast is next. A Metro Detroit apartment building filled with seniors is without a working elevator and power. The East Buena Vista Apartments has 7 floors, but only one generator that powers just the first floor. Highland Park's mayor says he plans to call the building to address the problem. Some residents of the building are unable to leave their rooms or plug in oxygen machines. Community members are pitching in to help the seniors by donating food, water, and ice. When you're thinking about September's return of the auto show, you're going to need to think differently. Here's Gilbert.
The first preview event will be the evening of Tuesday, September 13th, with a Chrysler unveiling at the Spirit of Detroit statue. The next night, we see the new Mustang at Hart Plaza, with a show opening to the public on Saturday, the 17th.
I think a lot of people that maybe experienced, Detroit in January are going to think they walk into a different planet when they come here in September.
Detroit Auto Dealers Association President Thad Sott says the show will have more of a consumer focus with new outdoor attractions and more opportunities to actually experience vehicles.
When you see news happening, call the W at 752-0790. It's 910. I'm Mike Percha.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny and breezy for today. Highs top out near 80 degrees. Winds west 10 to 20 miles per hour. Higher gusts possible. Tonight, clear. Lows falling to the lower 50s. Winds northwest around 10 miles per hour. Thursday, lots more sunshine. Highs warm into the lower 80s. Winds turn to the southwest around 5 miles per hour. Thursday night, clear. Lows fall into the upper 50s. Winds south around 5 miles per hour. Sunshine remains in the forecast and highs reach the upper 80s. I'm meteorologist Phil Jensko with the WSGW weatherology forecast. Right now it's 65.
Now, the only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions from around your block to around the world. The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
And a good morning to you. Welcome to another edition of the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW from my home studio, the Saginaw Spirit Home Studio. Our outline for the day, we'll have open phones this hour. Next hour, we're going to begin talking to someone from the Bay County Library System. Danielle DiAmico will be with us to talk about a program called LENA, which is Language Environment Analysis. We'll find out what that's all about. And at 11 o'clock on Focus West Side Decorating, Mike Stoddard will be here with us. That's what's coming up this morning. But again, this hour, open phones, whatever you'd like to chat about, 989-752-6111. Got a whole bunch of headlines here to chat about. The Fed's cite efforts to obstruct probe of docks at Trump Estate. More than 40% of Americans, and this is a scary number, more than 40% of Americans think civil war is likely within a decade. GOP candidates in close races are scrubbing abortion and Trump mentions from their campaign. Survey finds young people follow the news, but not with much joy. Interesting. It's interesting to know they follow the news. I'm glad to hear that anyway. Mikhail Gorbachev, who redirected the course of the 20th century, died at 91 years old. Americans on the left end of the political spectrum have become less anxious about COVID. Digital aging. This will affect all of us. Too much blue light from your computer screens makes you grow old faster. I didn't want to hear that. And a few other things we can chat about. But we have callers waiting, so let's get to it this morning. Chris is in Saginaw. He's up first. Chris, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
First of all, yesterday you had a gentleman on there that was talking about the electric vehicle that he has.
Yeah.
One thing I had to cut the radio off a little early because I was in an appointment. But the question was asked, how much more does he pay in electricity charging the car up?
Yeah, I did not ask that. I don't know because we were just talking about the car, but that's a good question. When I see Tom, I will ask him.
Okay, I appreciate it. The other thing is you talked about, just before you came on the air, the group was talking about cars and the problems they had and vehicles of the 80s.
Yep.
Was a T-top.
Yep.
And I just got a little story for you. A doctor at Steering Gear, when I was working there, had to go down to a meeting in Detroit, our doctor did, and he wasn't very familiar with vehicles. And he took a Firebird with a T-top in it. And as he's driving down the expressway, he thought it was one of those pop-up tops.
Oh, no.
Released it, and both of them went flying off the car onto the expressway, just smashed the hell out of them.
Oh, wow. Well, at least it was a doctor.
He might have been a good doctor, but he wasn't very mechanically inclined, I can tell you that.
T-tops were not a fave. They didn't last very long, but they were iconic on the Firebird. They were iconic on the Firebird.
Yeah, you're right. They were. And, well, the Corvette has a somewhat of a T-top, okay? Because the top, you take it right off
well, I had one of those. I owned a two-top 64. I had a white convertible top, but the red hard top would lift off, and we didn't have back in the day. I was in Reading, Pennsylvania with my wife. We didn't have a place to keep it, so it became a coffee table in the living room. Propped up one end of it and used it as a coffee table until we put it back on again in the winter.
Yeah, that's good. The other thing is you see some of these people driving in these old cars, and the antiques, and I look at them and I talk to them. I tell them, I remember when they built them.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes. All right.
Anyways, Art, nice talking to you.
Same here. Thanks. Take care. Bye now. And let's see who's next. Scott in Saginaw. Scott, good morning to you.
Hey, morning, Art. Yeah, I kind of wanted to comment on the president's speech or speeches yesterday. But before I do, I wanted to remind everybody that this is the same guy who said inflation is just transitory. It's the same guy who said Afghanistan will not fall.
Yeah.
And the same guy who said if you get the vaccine, you won't get the COVID.
Yep.
Now, with that being said, he said we don't want to defund the police, but we want to fund them. But let's look at this party. They're the same party who elected officials walked with Black Lives Matter and Antifa shoulder while Black Lives Matter and Antifa was targeting and assassinating our police officers. This is the same party that has a VP that had an active GoFundMe page that was bailing these protesters out.
Yeah, I had
and
to.
Again, this is the actually.
Yeah, I have to tell you that's.
Well,
I want. Yeah, it's the thing he said that. It's the thing he said that struck me as exactly what you're saying. You know, he's literally going against everything his party, or at least those in his party in the blue cities and states, were trying to do. And I went, wow, now that's what I call an election ploy. You know.
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, we just look at it. I mean, he's the guy who's in charge of the border, and if he's not going to follow the law there, but he's actually having some of our people removed from the border patrol.
Yeah.
I just, you know, people. Did he there?
I love the what's her name, Karine Jean-Pierre. Nobody's walking across the border. Yeah, right.
No,
they're swimming.
No. That's what I'm saying. It's just. Your caller, Jean, I think it was from Bay City yesterday. She called and said some really ignorant things about Trump and
that's not.
house.
Yeah, let's not say ignorant. Everybody has their beliefs. Because they don't believe what you believe doesn't make them ignorant.
I didn't call her ignorant.
Yes,
I said
you
she
did.
said ignorant.
Well, that's the same thing, isn't it?
Things.
That's the same thing.
No, because she said she said that she was making an ignorant statement. She had no proof of it.
Yeah.
She said
all right.
Taking pictures of this stuff. Well, no, Art, call the people out. We don't know if Russians were walking through that house. I mean, that's ridiculous for her to say that. That's an ignorant statement is what I'm saying. She had no proof of saying it. All right, Art.
Good enough. Thanks, Scott. Take care. Bye-bye now. And let's talk to Al in Midland. Al, good morning to you.
Good morning, Arthur. Hey, on the car, the 80s things on the cars that were kind of goofy. I had one of those automatic seat belts that was on the door frame.
Yep, I had one of those.
I never had a problem with it. I did take extra care when it started to ratchet along and started making funny noises. I got some silicone lubricant out and squirted in the track, and all it was a spiral plastic outfit with kind of a notch set up in it where it grabbed the little outfit that was attached to the seatbelt and would ride it along until it traveled up to the back of the door and buckled you in.
Well, they didn't last very long. That's a good thing.
Mine never failed on me, and I'm surprised.
I'm not saying they failed. They weren't the panacea of seatbelts that everybody thought they were going to be.
No, probably. Somebody made a lot of money off that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
On the T-tops, I happened to be working in a store, strip mall store, and happened to be looking out the window for a little bit, and the rain started coming down, and just as it was coming down real heavy, one of these Trans Ams pulled off the road. It had no T-tops in it. These guys were scrambling around trying to get them out of the trunk or wherever they had them and put them in the top to get the thing sealed up. The thing was just drenched. They were both drenched. The car was.
That was one of the failures of them, is that if you needed them quickly, that didn't happen.
Yeah. If you were on the highway moving along, where are you going to go? You know?
No, it's
that's a safety issue right there.
Well, they were stylistic ideas for their day, but practicality wasn't too good.
Well, more of a show car thing, not a.
Absolutely.
Right, not practical.
Yeah, they were stylistic.
One of my big things that I thought was a big failure in automotive was anti-lock brakes. Those things were almost useless until you got the anti-skids later.
Well, but everything starts someplace. They were the forerunners. They were the forerunners.
Yeah, but we were guinea pigs on that.
Of course
so
you
many
are.
People lost their lives because they couldn't stop the vehicle, and all it did was extend the stopping distance. Because instead of hitting the brakes really hard, it kept letting them off and kept rolling. You maintained the vehicle
Well, they
control, but
pulsed.
still, many people died from those things.
How do you know that? I don't know that.
Well, they had police, professional police drivers that couldn't maintain the control of the.
Yeah, but I don't know that many people died from them. I didn't hear
Well,
that. I've never heard that.
A number of accidents.
I'm sure there were accidents that may have been caused by them, but they were the forerunners.
They gave
Listen,
you a
it all
false-
starts someplace.
Yeah, they gave you a false sense of security, though. People
Well,
thought this is in there
I
and it's
think
going to save my life. Well,
The vehicles do that even more so today.
Yeah.
Even more so today, yet there are still accidents because people rely on them too much.
I've got anti-skid on a hybrid vehicle I drive, and the thing is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what it's come
I go
to.
around a little elbow turn
Yeah.
in the winter, and then anti-skid, it straightens it right out.
Yeah, but you know what, Al? You know what? You wouldn't have had those if it wasn't for those early anti-lock brakes.
That's
Just remember
probably
that.
true.
Just remember that. All right.
I just never trusted the anti-lock brakes,
Yeah.
so I never bought
That's
a
all
car
right.
with it.
All right.
So
Good enough.
I waited until the anti-skid came out. I wasn't a guinea pig.
Yeah. All right. Take care.
Thank you. Have a
good
nice
one.
morning, sir.
You too. Bye-bye now. Take a break. Lines open for you. It's the Art Lewis Show. It's open phones this hour.
It could be the best years of your life. In retirement, you'll finally get to do what you want to do, but you have to plan. Tuning into Mindy and Nolan McIntosh of McIntosh and Associates every Sunday at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Make retirement the best time of your life. Tune in Sundays at noon for Wealth Michigan with the McIntoshes. Firm offers insurance services. Investment advisory services offered only by duly registered individuals through AE Wealth Management, LLC.
When the forgotten poor are in need of healing, they wait for a ship unlike any other. Mercy Ships, a floating hospital staffed by volunteers, heroes of mercy who donate their time to save lives.
Every human has the right to have a place at the table of the human.
Just see smiles that you get when lives have been changed, then it would make it all worth it.
To learn more about Heroes of Mercy, go to mercyships.org.
Attention all business owners who rent or lease space, including storage space. Stop wasting your money paying someone else for your space. You can now save a ton of money and own your own building with the incredible sale prices from General Steel. That's right. Start saving money every month on renting space from others. Just call 877-25-STEEL to see how General Steel can help you save money. Our 50-year structural warranty buildings are custom designed for your needs and 877-25-STEEL.
Take it from a successful entrepreneur. If you need to expand or start a new business, you need General Steel.
Great team and the competitive pricing is the reason I went with General Steel.
Call 877-25-STEEL now, and you can get any of our popular quick construction structures, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building fast and easy. Call 877-25-STEEL. That's 877-257-8335. 877-25-STEEL.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Report.
Private fewer new jobs than expected in August. Payroll processing company ADP says 132,000 jobs were created in the month, about half what economists were expecting. ADP recently changed its formula for reporting payroll growth. It says it's seeing a slowdown in employment over the past 2 months, though workers who stay in their jobs are seeing wage increases. Bed Bath & Beyond is making major changes to improve its financial situation and revive the business. It has secured $500 million in new financing. It will close approximately 150 lower producing Bed Bath & Beyond banner stores by approximately 20% across its corporate and supply chain staff. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Hi, this is Lisa Booth. With so much instability and inflation in the world, I recommend protecting your retirement by diversifying with gold and silver. I recommend Bishop Gold Group. Bishop Gold Group sells physical gold and silver delivered to your door or put directly in your IRA. Call now and tell them Lisa Booth sent you. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and mention keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com. Your one-time auto dial text message from Bishop Gold Group.
Struggling with CPAP? Now there's Inspire, the only FDA-approved obstructive sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to treat the root cause of sleep apnea with just the click of a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Visit inspiresleep.com to learn more.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CRE.
Hi, WSGW listeners. My name is Ben, which may not mean much to you unless you're a WSGW listener that I've helped, because I am Ben with RoofMax. You know, RoofMax, the safe, easy, proven, and affordable alternative to expensive asphalt shingle roof replacement. I want to thank all of you that asked me to maintain your roofs with the RoofMax treatment. I also want to tell you that I'm going to give away to a lucky homeowner a RoofMax treatment for free. You can have the chance to win by entering the Ben for RoofMax Your Roof for Free contest. Enter online at WSGW.com. The winning home must be within 30 miles of RoofMax headquarters. Treat up to 3,000 square feet of asphalt-based shingles. The winning home must also meet the criteria for a RoofMax treatment, or an alternate winner will be drawn. Complete rules are available when you enter the contest. I'm Ben saying good luck playing the Ben will RoofMax Your Roof for Free contest. Enter online at WSGW.com.
Ground ball up the middle and into center field, off the bat of Victor Reyes. Candelario being waved around third, and he will score. Tigers take a 4-3 lead on the Reyes. 2-out single here in the fifth.
The Tigers play 6:50 tonight on 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you on the Art Lewis Show. Back to our phones. Levi is in Saginaw. Levi, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
I'd like to ask a question to you. I don't know if you know anything about it, but is there any plans to build a solar panel farm going out Hess towards Bridgeport? Because they got a lot of signs in yards now.
I don't know. I haven't heard of any specific plans. I suspect that Consumers has tons of plans to build solar all over the place, wherever they can find the land. Whether specifically to Bridgeport, that I can't tell you. But I do know that I will not be surprised to see these solar farms pop up everywhere.
Okay, I just wanted to ask that question.
Yeah, I don't have any specific information about the Hess and Bridgeport area, but I suspect we're going to start seeing a lot of those.
All right. Okay. Thanks, Art.
Yeah,
have a nice day.
You too, Levi. Bye now. It certainly is. It's part of the plan. Consumers already said they're going to be free of fossil fuel by 2040? I think they said something like that. And I know that they're staking a lot of their future and our electric future on solar and wind. And probably, I suspect, they will move more to solar than wind at some point. But they've already said they're looking to build those things everywhere. Obviously, on flat farmland, where there's little obstruction to the sky. The thing about it that is of concern to me anyway, at least as I look at them, Well, I think it's fine to say solar is going to provide a lot of electricity. My question is, how much farmland is it going to take out of production? And what's that going to do to our food supply? Because, if we're doing it here, other companies, other energy companies around the country are looking at the same thing. How much farmland are we going to use and lose so that we can build these solar farms? I do not have the answer, but I think it's a legitimate question. We depend on our agricultural products to feed us, and not only us, but elsewhere in the world. And I would hate to see tons of farmland turned into solar farms. We've already lost some agricultural properties in this country from folks selling off farmland for development, what have you. Families not having a succession plan, and no one coming up in the family with an interest in agriculture, and the property gets sold off. So I worry about that. How much is too much? Is there any kind of plan that deals with the loss of agriculture? It's one thing to gain electricity. It's another thing to lose the agriculture. So I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. I mean, I know that there's a lot of money to be made for the landowners that lease land for windmills and lease land for solar farms. There's a lot of money to be made, and I don't begrudge them the ability to make that money. But somehow, I want to know how this fits into the scheme of things in this country. And if we're going to lose a lot of agriculture, who are we going to become dependent on? That's another worry. Carol is in Sheridan. Let's say good morning to Carol. Hi there.
Oh, you guys ruffle my feathers.
I try hard.
I've been gone for a long time, and it was bliss, I'll tell you. I was sitting here trying to concentrate. One thing, the solar, consider all the land that people are using for all the other garbage that they put out there. And they're even trying to farm underneath the solar light, solar unit that they have. What little bit they're going to take is very minimal to what you're thinking. And I think you guys are getting smarter. The lady said that they didn't bother Obama's house. Well, maybe he didn't do the papers and the things that Mr. T has done. I thought over the month people would get smarter, but they're just going down. How people can believe such a liar, I just don't understand. Can you explain why people will follow a liar?
Well, because not everybody looks at it that way. Let's be honest, Carol. There's 340 million people in this country. There's probably 340 million opinions. Not everyone sees it the way you see it. Not everyone sees it the way I see it. It doesn't make them wrong. It may make them wrong from our viewpoint, but from their viewpoint, they're not wrong. So, that's life. Tolerance makes this country great. And tolerance includes being tolerant of those who disagree with you.
But they aren't, and they're just so, I don't know, wrapped up.
Well, as you see it.
It's scary how wrapped up some of these people are in this. It really is.
As you see it, they don't see it that way. I understand, and I may disagree with them vehemently, but that's what makes this country great is a variety of opinion and the tolerance of that opinion.
Well, I don't understand some of this. It just
I don't either. I don't understand all of it. But
amazing.
I will point this out to you, though. I will point this out. For a lot of people in this country, we have been a personality-driven country in a lot of ways. We put our sports stars and our movie stars on very high pedestals. We're driven by personalities who capture our attention, and sometimes blindly so. And we've had a history of it.
Well, and sometimes you would criticize the movie stars and the sports stars for putting their opinion out, but every day you put your opinion out.
Oh, I don't criticize them for putting their opinion out. They're welcome to their opinion.
You say you don't watch any. You don't watch any of the award shows and things.
Yeah, that's my choice.
Every day you do that.
That's my choice. My choice is not to watch them if they do that, but I'm not stopping them from doing it.
Well, no, because they have every bit of right, and I think a lot of them really put a lot of money, like the St. Jude's and
well, yeah, that's fine.
Places. Some of these people do wonderful things.
They really absolutely do. That doesn't mean I agree with their opinions all the time.
Well,
I know lots of people that do wonderful things who I disagree with, and I give them credit for doing all those wonderful things.
Like me, right?
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Carol.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a breath of fresh air not to hear anything.
Yep.
Thank you much. You take care.
Love you too. Bye-bye now. Take a break, come back. We'll get more calls going. Just a couple of moments.
Lehman's Green Apple Barn is celebrating their 37th annual Apple Country Craft Show Saturday and Sunday, September 10th and 11th from 10 to 4. Over 60 local vendors will be featuring handmade items. You'll find crafters from woodworking, photography, sewing, doll clothes, holiday and garden decor, fresh baked goods, warm donuts, freshly pressed apple cider, kettle corn, food trucks, and more. Check out greenapplebarn.com or visit on Facebook. Stop out to Lehman's Green Apple Barn Saturday and Sunday from 10 to 4. Admission is free.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language. Like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right. And they're designed by real language teachers, so you learn how to have real-world conversations, things you'll actually use.
3 weeks. It's incredible. After 3 weeks, I'm on vacation in Paris, having a conversation in French.
There's all kinds of ways to learn. Use Babbel's podcasts or games or videos. You can even join live teacher.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
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 Babbel. Évidemment.
Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Do you owe the IRS $8,000 or more? Are you a few years behind in filing? Are you going through an audit and have no idea what to do? You need an ally fast because the IRS is ramping up its collection tactics again. Allies Tax Relief Negotiators can protect you from all IRS collections, but you have to call them today. Their team of enrolled agents, tax attorneys, and CPAs are your allies to fixing all of your tax. A thankful client of Allies Tax Relief.
I owed the IRS $46,000 and my wages were about to get garnished. I knew I needed an ally, so I called Allies Tax Relief. They stopped the IRS from taking money out of my paycheck and fixed everything. I walked away paying the IRS next to nothing. Thank you, Allies Tax Relief.
Take the first steps to getting the IRS off your back. Call Allies Tax Relief for a free consultation. 800-957-0325. That's 800-957-0325. 800-957-0325.
Are you wasting money on a timeshare you rarely use? Cancel it. Group. Get a free consultation and see how they can stop the never-ending maintenance fees and mortgage payments. In fact, if your timeshare contract is not terminated, you owe nothing, so you have nothing to lose. But those monthly fees. Get legally released from your timeshare, 100% guaranteed. Call now for your free consultation at 800-200-0894. 800-200-0894.
On the next Markley Van Camp and Robbins show, Biden threatens to bomb legal gun owners. Bomb them? What does that mean? Photo bomb them?
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. Weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WS. From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center Studios. You are listening to 100.5 and 790 WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on the Art Lewis Show. I had a caller not stay on the line, but they asked the question, how many acres does it take to put in windmill farms? How do the big farms, how big do the farms tend to be? How many acres per windmill? All right, there's several answers here. There's the actual land the windmill sits on. And using a capacity example, a 2 megawatt windmill, from what I've read, requires 1.5 acres of land to sit on. But, here's the but. In order to avoid interference with other windmills and in order to avoid suffering a drop in performance, those windmills have to be between like 40 and 70 acres apart. So a 2 megawatt windmill may require between 40 and 70 acres of land to avoid interference with the next one. However, that land is still farmable, except where the windmill sits on the 1.5 acres of the actual physical windmill itself. You can farm around the windmills. So it's a variable answer because I looked at a number of sites. Generally agree that a 2 megawatt windmill takes about 1.5 acres of physical land to sit on, but there seems to be a discrepancy as to how many acres they need to separate. It went from 40 to 80 on the various sites that I saw. One of them just gave a range of 40 to 70 acres of land per windmill so that they could avoid interference with other windmills. Now, is that actually how they build them? I don't know. I mean, that's just what that particular report said. And you see these windmill farms where you may see, dozens of these windmills, and you ask yourself, wow, how much land is that? It does seem to be a lot of land. But the good news is that farmers can still farm it. They lose, obviously, the hard land that the windmill tower sits on, and that maybe 1.5 acres of land, but they can farm all the rest around it. So that's almost a win-win for the farmer because they're getting money for leasing their land for those windmills. And at the same time, they're able to farm the land and hopefully generate income. The headline that caught my attention, I mentioned this earlier, the headline is Survey Finds Young People Follow News, but they're not happy with what they're seeing. That's not just young people. But according to this story, this was a study released Wednesday. 79% of young Americans say they get news daily. The survey of young people aged 16 to 40, the older of which are known as millennials and the younger, Generation Z, was conducted by the Media Insight Project. It's a collaboration of the Associated Press, NORC Center for Public Research, and the American Press Institute. So I think the big surprise, first of all, is that young people are interested in news because there's been a perception that they're not. I've never thought that, and the reason is because of the devices we have today. Everybody's walking around with, smartphones in their hand and tablets. There are more news sources available. The problem is how many of them are reliable. But I'm not surprised that young people would use their devices, for example, to seek out the news. Doesn't surprise me. Mary is in Chesaning, so that's where we're going to go next. Mary, good morning.
Good morning, Art.
Morning.
I got to ask you a question. I don't know if you know anything about something like this. I got a letter in the mail yesterday from the American Home Protect, LIC, out of Plano, Texas, I guess. Let me see. Please contact them. Okay. It says, based on your purchase date, you may have a home warranty policy that could expire soon. You may qualify for coverage for up to 3 years.
Yeah, they're selling you warranty protection on your house. It's a sales gimmick.
How in the devil do they know all this information? I don't understand.
It's public. It's all public. Your house, your deed, all of that is public information. They go through the public files. They go through the public files, and matter of fact, they probably don't do it themselves. They probably pay some company that provides them with a mailing list.
Jeez.
Yeah, I routinely, I get that stuff in the mail all the time, and I routinely throw it out. I don't even bother to read it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So
I guess that's all we got to do is try to get other people, money. This, I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know if you had heard about it or know anything about it.
No, it's a sales gimmick. That's all.
Okay, well, I'm just going to rip it up and throw it away then.
There you go.
Okay, thanks a lot, Art.
You bet. Bye-bye now. Take care. That opens the lines for you. 989-752-6111. Toll free 866-790-WSGW. We'll put you in touch with us here on the Art Lewis Show on WSGW for this Wednesday morning.
We're proud to make Pioneer Sugar for you and your family. Proud to be found in your kitchen, the heart of your home. And it doesn't really matter what you make with Pioneer Sugar, whether it's with our granulated white, light brown, or soft confectioners. It's the memories you'll make using it that will matter the most. Pioneer Sugar, pure and all natural, made from sugar beets grown right here. What could be sweeter than that?
Is it time or upgrading your water heater? Menards has the right Richmond water heater to fit your needs and your budget. Choose from electric or gas, tank or tankless models to fit any size home. Find the perfect water heater for your home in stock at Menards and get 11% off all Richmond water heaters. Good through September 5th. Savings or mail-in rebate. Some exclusions apply. See store for details.
Save big money at Menards.
COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too. If you feel symptoms, even if they're mild, you should test fast. Test positive and at high risk for severe COVID-19, then specialized oral treatments that can be taken at home and must be taken within 5 days from when symptoms begin. COVID-19 moves fast, and now you can too by asking your healthcare provider if an oral treatment is right for you. Learn about a treatment option at treatcv19.com. This message is sponsored by Pfizer.
If you work remote, Staples has you covered.
Stylish office decor to turn my finished basement into a complete workspace solution.
Staples has you covered.
A desk that's all business, but not too businessy.
Staples has you covered. And now at Staples, take up to 50% off select chairs and up to 75% off select desks. Plus, with 25% off, we'll assemble your new furniture and guarantee it against wear and defects. Explore solutions for your remote workspace at Staples. Ends 9/3 in-store only.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I get those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real. And I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
The WSGW Morning Team Show.
WSGW online poll, student loan forgiveness. President Biden announced a student loan forgiveness plan.
$10,000 in outstanding federal student loans.
Depending on your income parameters, Pell Grants, maybe up to $20,000 could be forgiven. No private loans forgiven. Many different conversations taking place. Some simply welcome the plan. Some want even higher amounts forgiven. Some say it'll cost too much. Some say it's unfair to people who've already paid back loans. Some say it's going to help the economy to remove debt and free up spending money. Some say loan forgiveness isn't the answer, but overall college costs. Some say the idea of some kind of loan help may be worthwhile, but not this plan. Poll question. What do you think about student loan forgiveness? Do you agree with President Biden's plan? Do you think there should be some type of loan help, but not this plan? You disagree with any loan forgiveness, or you're not sure? Head to WSGW.com. The online poll box and make your votes that way.
The Morning Team Show. Weekdays 5:30 to 9 on WSGW.
Yeah, we're back with you here on WSGW. Just a reminder, next hour, we're going to learn about a program called LENA, L-E-N-A. It's Language Environment Analysis. We're going to be talking to Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Library System. All of that coming up after the news. But for now, back to our phones. Dwayne is in Reese. Dwayne, good morning.
Good morning. The windmills take about an acre and a half. I think it's more than that, but each one's also got to have an access road to get to them.
Yeah, but that's true. But that's part of that 40 to 80 acres they need because of separation. So there's room to put those roads in. And obviously you can't farm the road.
We already lost two of them. One of the blades let loose and come down. Another one, well, that windmill got tore down. Another one, I was outside one day. My son looked over and said, "What's wrong with that windmill?" He said, They got hit by lightning and it caught fire.
Yep. No, listen, they're not foolproof.
That one's gone.
I remember the one where the blade broke off because I remember seeing that east of Saginaw.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that one.
Yeah, by around 15 and 81 area.
Yeah,
right.
exactly.
And the other one was like, yeah. But they're only about a mile apart.
Yep. But there's a bunch of them out there east of Saginaw, and there's a bunch of west.
And I hate them.
There's a bunch of West Saginaw on 46 out 46 toward Alma. And those areas.
Oh, I know. We used to haul soybeans out to Ithaca.
Oh, you know then.
At 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's all right. It's still dark outside. That's all you can see is red lights from the windmills. Okay. Yeah.
But the farmer can still farm around those windmills. That's the nice thing about it, right? It's a two-way windmill.
I know, but okay, I'm just saying. I know they got to access it, but once in a while they got to crawl up inside that tube to get to the top and do some
maintenance.
I think sometimes some lubrication.
Yep, they go up regularly and maintain them.
Yeah. And Carol said Mr. T is a liar. Well, so is Whitmer. When she ran for governor, she said she's going to take the tax off the pensions. All right, she got in as governor. That never happened. Earlier this year, she run her mouth again about taking the tax off the pension. Still nothing happened. She's a liar, too.
Well, the thing is they can't do it themselves. They all make promises. Then they find out, of course, it takes a lot of people to make it happen. So I understand what you're saying, though. Yeah, they ought to, they make a lot of promises. They make a lot of claims. But the reality is it takes a whole team, not just one person.
I know, but she could do something. She can introduce her.
Well, she should introduce the legislation and pass it on, but the legislature may not be interested.
She signed in the law. It's illegal to make a left-hand turn into your driveway. You know that?
No. Never heard that one.
Article here come out of the Bay City paper.
I break the law every day then.
Well, I know.
I don't think that's a law.
It's a civil infraction. They got it right in the article.
I find that hard to.
It's a $40 fine.
I find that hard to believe that you would sign that kind
And
of
I asked
legislation.
my neighbor, who's a state trooper, out of Flint Post.
I'll have to ask mine too.
He knows nothing about it.
I don't think there is such a thing. I've never heard of it. Never heard of it.
I
don't think it'd be illegal.
In the law on June 2nd.
I'll have to check that. I'll do some research.
Okay.
That's weird.
Or I can get a copy made of this. I want to keep this. I got a copy made. I'll mail you one to the station. Okay.
Well, I'll research it. If it's there, I can find it.
Okay.
All right, Dwayne.
I know everybody's making.
What?
What are you gonna do? Go past your driveway so you just make a right-hand turn?
I don't know. Well, at one time, one of the delivery companies in New York, I think it was UPS, would not let their drivers make left-hand turns. If they had to make a left-hand turn, they had to go around the block, making right turns to then come out and go straight across the road. They were not allowed to make left turns. Now, I don't know if that's still on, but not back. I remember it vividly when they did it.
Yeah.
So it was weird. But, in this day and age, that wastes a lot of fuel. They may not be as eager to do that. So I'll have to check that out, though.
Finish listening out your hours. I got to go out and pick 20 dozen ears of corn.
Oh, all right. Sweet corn or feed corn?
Yeah.
Oh,
sweet corn.
Good man.
I'm up. Yeah, I got to go out and pick 20 dozen. Okay.
Go do it. Have a good one.
I know.
Take
all
care,
right, thank
Dwayne.
you.
Bye-bye now. I can't imagine that. Whitmer signing a law that says you can't make a left turn into your driveway. Not only can't I fathom her doing that, I can't fathom any police officer trying to enforce it. I don't understand that one. But I will do some looking. Just because I'm curious now. Can't imagine how that would work out too well. Well, anyway. Just a quick thought on Mikhail Gorbachev, who passed away at 91 years old. He literally reshaped the course of the 20th century. When he sat down with Ronald Reagan and through a series of reforms really changed the alignment of Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union. It really, at the time, think about this: Ronald Reagan, Margaret Thatcher, Mikhail Gorbachev. Under Gorbachev, Berlin Wall crumbled, and under Reagan, you have to recognize that too. Thousands of political prisoners were released. Millions of people who had only known communism got their first taste of freedom. But here we are today with Vladimir Putin, one of the old guard, one of the KGB guard, almost trying to rebuild the Soviet Union. Pretty amazing when you think about it. We'll take our last break and then come back and close out this hour.
Michigan workers can outcompete anyone, but we have to ensure they have a level playing field. This is Dan Kildee, and I passed bipartisan legislation manufacturing and make more things in Michigan. We shouldn't have to rely on China for critical components like semiconductors. In Congress, I'll keep standing up for Michigan workers and small businesses.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives. It's going to get loud. Woohoo! It's going to get wild.
We won! We won!
And it's going to get real.
Looks like you're going to college, kiddo.
During the Met $1.5 million giveaway, 100 children will win $15,000 in prepaid college tuition. But don't wait. $15,000 in college savings is life. Visit metgiveaway.com.
Woohoo!
Sponsored by the Michigan Education Trust and the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Dan owed an unbelievable amount of money to the IRS.
I got behind on my taxes. It's a horrible feeling.
He was in denial.
And when I got those letters from the IRS, you wanted to act like they didn't exist.
Finally, Dan turned to Optima Tax Relief, the leading tax resolution firm. A-plus rated by the Better Business Bureau, they've resolved over $1 billion for their clients.
Optima got me a settlement with the IRS. These people are really people-friendly. It was every bit of a new lease on life for me.
The fast action and the great results made Dan's head spin.
I felt like I was in a dream, but it's real. And I have paperwork to prove it. They got the job done, and life is good.
For tax help you can trust, call Optima now for a free consultation.
If you're worried about what's going to happen with the IRS, stop worrying. Make the call now.
Call 800-364-9188. 800-364-9188. 800-88.
Optima Tax Relief.
Testimonial from an actual client. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
All right, that'll do it for this hour. The guys at the station did a little research. Apparently, there is a bill, House Bill 5370, causing a hazard on the roads by making a left-hand turn onto something other than an intersection is now a civil infraction. The actual bill says that drivers need to yield the right-of-way to all vehicles approaching so they don't cross lanes of traffic where they're going to cause a crash. And there's more. We'll deal with it next hour when we have some open line time. We'll be back.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
News on the hour, presented by Indeed.com.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. We begin with breaking news on COVID. The U.S. has just authorized updated booster shots targeting the Omicron strain. The Biden administration has been hoping to blunt another COVID surge this fall and winter. Americans could begin rolling up shirt sleeves for those new boosters within days. FDA vaccine chief Dr. Peter Mark says he'll be at the front of the line. Federal officials are alleging a high-stakes game of hide-and-seek involving classified information transferred to former President Trump's estate in Florida. White House correspondent Stephen Portnoy.
The Justice Department filing aims to paint a picture of possible obstruction, with a representative of the former president signing an affidavit in early June attesting there were no more classified materials stored at Mar-a-Lago, and an FBI search 2 months later that yielded more than 100 such documents. A photo submitted to the court of papers taken from the former president's home. Boarded cover sheets warning in red capital letters that the documents underneath are top secret.
Jackson State football coach Deion Sanders says the Tigers have left campus because of the water crisis in Jackson, Mississippi. It's made it impossible to practice for Sunday's game against Florida, but many have nowhere else to go. CBS's Jim Krasula is in Jackson.
This capital city's water system has long been troubled. It's failed several times in recent years, and problems have repeatedly prompted boil water notices. Many are fed up.
I'm frustrated. I guess there are no easy fixes. It should have been addressed a long time ago, and we are where we are.
There is no timeline for repairs. Lawmakers in South Carolina move a step closer to a new abortion ban. WLTX TV's Andrea Mock is in Columbia.
The House advanced its abortion bill last night. Now, this came after lawmakers voted against the original bill that had no exceptions for rape. The Senate is now set to return next Tuesday to debate what it is that the House voted on.
An election board in Michigan is scheduled to decide today on whether to put an initiative on the November ballot enshrining abortion rights in the state constitution. It would negate a 91-year-old law banning abortion in all cases, except to save a mother's life. For the first time in 70 years, Britain's monarch will break with royal tradition and stay at her digs at Balmoral a while longer. Here's CBS's Vicki Barker.
Buckingham Palace has announced that the 96-year-old Queen will not return from her summer retreat in Scotland to formally appoint the new Prime Minister when Boris Johnson's replacement is announced on Monday. Instead, he and the new Prime Minister will make the 500-mile trip to her.
This is CBS News.
You need to hire fast and hire right? You need Indeed. Their all-in-one hiring platform helps you attract, interview, and hire candidates efficiently. Visit Indeed.com/credit.
Rocket Grab Plus.
Summer is here, the perfect time to save some money. Why would you pay full price when you know that you can save at RocketGrabPlus.com? You can check out all of our deals going on right now from Tri-City Motor Speedway, One Up Games and Repairs, JB's Market in Munger, Norrie's of Auburn, Daylight Outfitters, and more. Half off? Yeah, it's true. And it's all at RocketGrabPlus.com.
RocketGrabPlus.com.
Is your prostate secretly being destroyed without you knowing it? All the ads for these prostate pills like Super Beta Prostate, Saw Palmetto, ProstaStream, Prostagenics, and others want to know which pills work and which are garbage? Now you can. Get a free copy of the new guide, Prostate Secrets, that pulls back the curtain on the prostate pill industry. Learn what is really in these pills. Which pill has over 987 adverse event reports filed against it with the FDA? It's shocking. Learn the one food to avoid and discover the 3 so-called health foods that destroy your prostate. Get your free copy at prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com. This free guide will show you how to end your prostate problems without drugs or surgery, 5 important things to do to protect your prostate, and much more. Warning, this guide is controversial and may be offensive to some readers as it pulls no punches. So go to prostatesecrets.com. Prostatesecrets.com. That's prostatesecrets.com.
Now there are even more reasons to switch to Verizon, the network America relies on.
For real?
Yep, for real. Turn in your old phone and get the new Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 4 free with select 5G unlimited plans. Definitely. Everybody's switching to the network America relies on, Verizon. 5G ultra-wideband available in select areas. $999.99 device payment purchase with new smartphone line on select 5G unlimited plans required. $200 Verizon e-gift card with Ford. Less $800 trade-in/promo credit applied over 36 months. 0% APR. Trading conditions apply.
Live From the 100.5 and 790 newsroom, this is WSGW News.
It's 69 degrees at 10:05. Good morning, I'm Dave Maurer. Ford is recalling more than 277,000 pickups in the U.S. because a rear view camera lens can get cloudy and reduce visibility for the driver. The recall covers certain F-250, 350, and 450 trucks, as well as a Lincoln Continental, all from the 2017 through 2020 model years. The recalled vehicles have a 360-degree camera system. Ford says the anti-reflective lens on the cameras can degrade, causing a cloudy image. The company says it has more than 8,800 warranty reports in the U.S. due to the problem. Dealers will replace the camera at no cost to owners. Ford will notify owners by letter starting September 12th. The NAACP Saginaw branch and 51st Annual Freedom Fund celebration will take place Sunday, September 25th at 6 p.m. The Civil Rights Dinner is back in person and streaming virtually. The keynote speaker is Vincent Evans, Executive Director of the Congressional Black Caucus for the 117th Congress. Vincent joined the CBC from the White House, where he served as Deputy Director of Public Engagement and Intergovernmental Affairs in the office of the Vice President Kamala Harris. The celebration will honor Saginaw heroes, youth mentor and community activist John Pugh, physician and minister Dr. Eugene Seals, and women of color. The celebration will take place at Horizons Conference Center in Saginaw Township. 2 weeks ago, a mother and daughter were in a hit-and-run car crash in Saginaw. 16-year-old Avery Smith has been hospitalized since that time. Now her mother, Dominique Smith-Van, has started a GoFundMe page to help pay for medical expenses. On August 12th, the pair were at Friday Night Live in downtown Saginaw. After the concert, their vehicle was struck by a white pickup truck at the intersection of James and 21st. That truck ran a stop sign. The truck fled the scene. Smith has undergone several surgeries and is currently awaiting hospital in Ann Arbor. She will need to remain on bed rest for several months. Saginaw police continue to investigate the crash, but have not made any arrests in the case. WSGW News Time, 10:07.
Hi, this is Jessica. It's time to check out United Financial Credit Union and experience the credit union difference. From youth accounts to retirement accounts, we can help you with all of your financial needs. Here at United Financial Credit Union, we've been committed to our communities since 1964 and term financial stability to our members and their families. Whether you need a loan or are looking for a safe place for your savings, you will always be treated as our top priority. Not a member? Why not? It's never been easier to open an account. It's time for you to check out your local friendly credit union and see how we will put you first.
Must meet eligibility requirements, federally insured by the NCUA.
Where you live, United Financial Credit Union. Serving the Valley community.
WSGW News Time, 10:08. If you're still thinking about camping this Labor Day weekend, you still have a chance. Michigan DNR Parks and Recreation Chief Ron Olson says their campgrounds are about 94% booked.
This is just slightly below last year, which was near a record year in terms of camping on Labor Day. To do a corollary, July 4th, 6% occupied.
Olson says the hot campgrounds include Ludington, Grand Haven, Holland, Higgins Lake, and some on the Upper Peninsula. He does say you'll still be able to camp in the state parks after the holiday weekend and enjoy the fall color. Animal control in Clare County is having trouble rescuing a Great Dane stuck on an island in Cranberry Lake. A dog named Azaria somehow got free of her leash one evening and ran away, eventually ending up on the island where she's been for about 12 days. Officials say she is eating, but not enough. Several attempts to trap the dog have been made with no luck so far. Animal control is looking for Azaria and get her back to her home. You can call 989-521 to volunteer. It was the second day of testimony yesterday in Traverse City in a hearing that will determine whether 5 men arrested for plotting to kidnap Governor Whitmer will stand trial. MNN's Charlie Langton says the first witness took up most of the day.
Agent Hank testified
scheme and multiple tactical training sessions and fun where they were firing weapons, etc., gathering all kinds of devices for a night surveillance of the governor's summer residence on Birch Lake. There were audio recordings of the drive up to the governor's residence, scouting out lookout locations and strategy for the plot. They were all playing in open court. And I'll be honest, I haven't heard so many F words in court in maybe ever. This is going to take a long time.
According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, your fridge will keep your food safe for just power. After that, perishables like meat, poultry, fish, eggs, and leftovers should be tossed. If the doors stay closed, food will stay safe up to 48 hours in a full freezer and 24 hours in a half full freezer. You can use dry ice in the freezer. 50 pounds will keep a 18 cubic foot freezer safe for 2 days. If you use a cooler, officials advise using a food thermometer to make sure the temp is 40 degrees or below. And of course, when in doubt, throw it out. When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom at 752-0790. It's 10:11. I'm Dave Maurer.
SGW weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny skies here for today with a high into the lower 80s. While winds out of the west around 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30. And then for tonight, mostly clear, a low around 52. Thursday, sunshine, high of 81 degrees. And on Friday, mostly sunny skies, a high around 87. Saturday, a chance for showers and thunderstorms here late. Partial sunshine develops, high around 85 degrees. And Sunday, skies become mostly sunny, a high of 75. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki with the WSGW weatherology forecast. Currently,
The only local radio talk show offering you the chance to ask your questions and express your opinions. From around your block to around the world, The Art Lewis Show is on 100.5 and 790 WSGW and online, WSGW.com.
And a good morning to you. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Art Lewis Show here on WSGW. Nice to have you with us today. We're going to learn about something called LENA, Language Environment Analysis. Befuddles me. I have no idea what it is, but we're going to find out this morning. And we're going to do that with someone who works for the Bay County Library System. We say good morning to Danielle DiAmico. Danielle, good morning.
Hi, Art. How are you?
We're doing fine, thanks. All right. What is LENA and why do we need it?
I'm so excited that I get to show you Lena this time. So this is Lena. Isn't she beautiful?
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah. Lena is a scientific tool that was built to prove a theory.
All right,
that when you speak to your
hang on. For those of you that are not watching, Danielle is holding up this little, what looks like a cassette tape, but it's a digital thing, I assume, right?
Yes, yes, it is.
And you also have a teddy bear in your lap. For what reason?
Well, the teddy bear is wearing a shirt. And this is a special shirt that has a little pocket for the LENA device to tuck into.
Oh, no kidding. Okay,
Yes.
so we have this LENA device, which is a little electronic card, if you will,
Mhm.
and a teddy bear that hides the electronic card because you don't want the person you're dealing with, in this case a youngster, to know that it's there. Is that right?
Yes, and so this is my favorite teddy bear for story time because it acts the most like a baby. And so so this program is open to all of the residents in Bay County and now Saginaw County. So if you participate, your kiddo will wear this little shirt with the device. But back to the device. So the device was developed to prove a theory that when you encourage your child to talk, that is what builds their brain cells. So between the ages of 0 and 3, a baby is building 1 million neurons per second. And if you're not encouraging them to talk to you, their body will wash out extra brain cells. And this was
Really?
the tool that helped prove that.
So what does it do? It says language environment analysis. So what does that little device do when the child, that 2-year-old, wears it?
Yes. So this device counts sound waves. Now, you have a sound wave and I have a sound wave. And if you put them through an electronic, when we look at them on the radio when they're being recorded, they look different.
It's
right?
sine wave. Yeah.
And so a baby sound wave is going to be much different than an adult sound wave. This device is like a pedometer. So like, I wear my Fitbit and it counts every time I walk. This is a speech pedometer. So it counts those sound waves. So every time an adult speaks to a baby, every time a baby speaks back to an adult, and then it measures how much audio noise is in the house. We hook this up to into a piece of software, and it produces a report that breaks down those speech waves hourly. So people who participate in this program can look at how much they're talking to their baby and how much their baby's talking back to them. And then we teach them how to increase those conversations based on the data provided by this.
So let me throw a wrinkle into it just for the fun of it.
I love wrinkles.
It doesn't say what I'm saying to the baby. I could be going up to the baby and going, oh, goo, 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 yeah, goo, 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 goo. And it's going to say I talked to the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Baby learning anything from me?
Yes, if your baby is responding to you. So it's not. So there was a study, right, that spurred this, and they knew that babies from higher income families had higher IQs. Right? It was data, and they were wondering what is causing this. Is it the money? What's causing this? And this device, right, proved that theory, or like this device proved that it's not the money. It's not how much education you have. It's just that you're encouraging your baby to talk. So if you're making goo goo gaga sounds at your baby and your baby is making goo goo gaga sounds back at you, how much conversation is nonverbal? It's happening in our face. It's happening in our relationships. And so the conversation is still happening. So if you're gaga gooing, it still counts. And the baby's brain is growing.
Yeah, of course. I want my baby to grow up saying, hi, Dad, I love you. Hi, Mom, I love you. Not goo goo gaga ga.
True. True. And so talking baby talk, right? So making up words to your baby is as long as you're encouraging them to talk back to you, that's really what's important. And that's what the science says. And as they grow, what you give, you'll get. You are your baby's first teacher. So if you're teaching your baby to say, hi, Dad, you'll see that, but before they're able to say hi, Dad, if they're saying gaga goo goo, it's building those brain cells.
Oh, okay. So at some point in time, you have to stop saying gaga goo goo and start talking real language.
I support that as early as possible.
Yeah. So I'm going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about what we've learned from this thing. It's called LENA, Language Environment Analysis. We'll also find out how you can participate as we talk to Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Library System.
It's that time of the year. Time to celebrate with the entire family. The annual Michigan Bean Festival this weekend through Labor Day in Fairgrove. Pedal pull, sand volleyball tournament, classic car show, cornhole tournament, bake sale, kids games, carnival, craft vendors, motorsports action including bump and run and figure eight demo derbies, and farm truck races. See Dave Lagnus, family tradition, and hypocrites in the entertainment tent. Labor Day, it's the annual parade, chicken barbecue, and a live auction, and plenty of free bean soup all weekend. Beanfestival.com.
And now, bedtime. If sleep apnea and CPAP struggles are ruining your sleep, Inspire may work for you. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to help you sleep peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Learn more at inspiresleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be interrupted by diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools.
It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you're allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
I'm Elizabeth McDonald, and this is the Fox Business Review.
Private employers created far fewer new jobs than expected in August. Payroll processing company ADP says 132,000 jobs were created in the month, about half what economists were expecting. ADP recently changed its formula for reporting payroll growth. It says it's seeing a slowdown in employment over the past 2 months, though workers who stay in their jobs are seeing wage increases. Bed Bath & Beyond is making major changes to improve its financial situation and revive the business. It has secured $500 million in new financing. It will close approximately 150 lower producing Bed Bath & Beyond banner stores and will reduce its workforce by approximately 20% across its corporate and supply chain staff. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Ginny Cosola, invested in you.
Hi, this is Lisa Booth. With so much instability and protecting your retirement by diversifying with gold and silver, I recommend Bishop Gold Group. Bishop Gold Group sells physical gold and silver delivered to your door or put directly in your IRA. Call now and tell them Lisa Booth sent you. Dial pound 250 on your mobile phone and mention keyword Bishop Gold or visit bishopgoldgroup.com. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dialed text message from Bishop Gold Group.
Having a tough time paying your bills? Learn how to reduce your credit card debt to a fraction of what you owe. Call the Debt Helpline now for free advice. 800-329-9912, 800-329-9912.
You have the chance to win $1,000 and $1,000 for your favorite school or charity. It's the WSGW Back to School Contest. To play, simply visit WSGW.com and click on the Back to School Contest box. You can enter up to once per day with 2. Deadline to enter is August 31st. Winner determined by random drawing. $1,000 for you and $1,000 for your favorite school or charity. The Back to School Contest at WSGW.com.
Ground ball up the middle and into center field, not the Benedict Reyes. Candelario being waved around third, and he will score. Tigers take a 4-3 lead on the Reyes 2-out single here in the fifth.
The Tigers play 6:50 tonight on 790 News Radio WSGW.
All right, we're back with you here on WSGW. We're talking to Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Library System about something called LENA, Language Environment Analysis. Before we get too far into this, how do parents get involved? I mean, how do they sign up for it? You said Bay and Saginaw County are eligible?
Yes, we're so excited to be partnering with Saginaw Public Libraries of Saginaw. They will be hosting their first session ever in October. So October 3rd at Buttman Fish is going to be the start of their first session. But if you want more information, they will have an orientation so you can see what it is and if it's right for your family on September 24th at 2:00. But if that's not a good time for you, just go ahead and call them at any time. Now, the Bay County Library System, we've been doing this for a year now, and we host our sessions both in person and virtually. So you can sign up on our website. Our next session starts the week of September 12th. And on Monday night, we're going to be hosting it in person at the Wirt Library. You get dinner, and then we have childcare, and adults go into a class. if that's not conducive for your lifestyle, so let's say you live up in Pinconning, right? We have a library branch up there. You can do it virtually. So once a week, you stop into the library, you drop off your LENA device, you get your prizes, and then at 6 o'clock on Thursday nights, you just pop onto a Zoom meeting.
All right. So let me ask some questions. The LENA device, do I check it out of the library like I do a book? Is there any cost?
There isn't any cost. We wrote grants in order, we wrote $42,000 worth of grants to bring this to the Tri-Cities, and we're really proud of that. So there's no cost to our community. The LENA device is so LENA START is the name of a program. So once they proved the theory, they're like, we have the technology, now what do we do? And they built a curriculum to help parents increase those conversations. So for 10 weeks, you come to the library or you jump on Zoom to attend a class. One day out of that week, the baby wears the LENA device in a shirt, right? And it records that data. So it records those sound waves. Your privacy is paramount. Only a report is produced. My favorite question ever was, if I'm yelling at my dog all day, are you going to call CPS? And the answer is no. There is no way to hear anything that happens in your home or any sound off of this. I can actually show you. I brought.
So what you're telling me is I can talk to my baby one day a week. The other 6 days I don't have to worry about it.
Yes, yeah. As long as the next week you talk a little bit more. Like that's what we want to see is growth. So every week you talk a little bit more, and I'm pretty sure it might bleed over into the rest of your life.
Yeah, I imagine. So how long is a 10-week program then?
It is. It is.
So
and during those 10 weeks, so when you come to one of the classes, so we'll call it a class, for the 10 weeks you come to a class. When you come to the class, you give us your device. We plug it in. It produces the report and erases everything off of it. And then during that class, we teach you how to increase conversation with your baby doing everyday things. We're not asking you to change your lifestyle. We're just suggesting, hey, so let's talk to your baby while you're cooking. Like, I love babies. They're so amazing, but they really don't answer you. You know, it's hard. It's a learned skill to talk to somebody who's not going to talk back. It doesn't. Some people, it comes naturally. It honestly did not come naturally.
I do it to my dog all the time.
Is it you must have a very smart dog.
No, very smart dog. Yeah,
Very
he runs
smart.
the house. Yeah, it's a Shih Tzu. He runs the house.
Yeah. So every day that they come, for every session, the families get a brand new book. And they set goals. So goals for increasing those conversations. And so they have the ability when they meet those goals to win prizes. So through the Bay County program, families can earn up to about $75 worth of gift cards and prizes just for participating.
All right. So I got my baby, got the sweater, got the LENA card. I do the thing. I go online once a week. At the end of the 10 weeks, do I get some kind of a report that says, here's where your baby was and here's where your baby is?
Yes. Yes. There is, at the beginning of the LENA session, we do what we call a snapshot. And it's something that I did very similarly when I went to my pediatrician when my daughter was born. And they ask you things like, does your baby respond when you say their name? Does your baby, can your baby, as they get older, can your baby jump? And these are brain milestones for babies. And we give an age appropriate snapshot for the babies at the beginning and then at the end of the program. And we tend to see 2 months of additional growth in brain development. So, we're in the program for 10 weeks, but double that with your baby's brain growth. And those are statistics from Bay County.
So my next question would be, if 10 weeks is good, wouldn't 20 weeks be better?
I feel that we're giving families the tools. We're giving them the tools. We're giving them the space to practice them with us and see how they grow. when they see the reports, they look and see what let's say at 11 o'clock, the conversation is off the chart. It's just, they've had so many turns. The pedometer went crazy. We present that to them and say, hey, look at this. Look what you did. You were so successful. What were you doing during that time? And they can go back and analyze and say, okay, so during that time, we were playing with blocks in the kitchen. Or during that time, I had the baby on my back. I was carrying them in. And so after the 10 weeks, they've had time to practice, to see where their strengths are. And I feel like it's really the appropriate time to let them go and they'll be successful. All of this program is based on data. And LENA's been around for 15 years. So it's really down to an art form.
You're teaching parents almost more than you're teaching the child. The child's going to learn because of the conversation. Parent has to learn how to have the conversation.
It is. I like to say it's a parent behavior modification program. It is, yes.
And is there a study, a LENA study, that looks back at the overall program and can tell you how much progress there was versus non-LENA families?
There is. We adopted this program. So we started the research or started, writing grants and things in 2001. And while we were in the middle of that, LENA released a 15-year study of the families who participated. The kids are now in middle school, and they're seeing a 44% higher test score on IQ. So 44% higher on IQ tests. They're doing better in school, so lower struggles. And then this part really gets me is lower drug and alcohol use in the family. So we're teaching families how to communicate. They're building these blocks when their babies are small, and families are talking, and then we're seeing that long term.
I always chuckle when I hear IQ tests. I mean, they're a great tool to tell you about your academic prowess. They have nothing to do with common sense. Whatsoever.
I know. That's why I get so passionate about the lower drug and alcohol use. Building family, I think, has the ability for a greater impact on our community than IQ tests long term.
So let me ask you this question. I ask Trish this question all the time, every time I'm with her. What's the importance of libraries today?
I feel like we're a community hub. And I'm a children's librarian, and I have this my perspective might be different than Trish's because she looks at the adult things.
I doubt it.
I see a space for people to come together and build relationships and for early education specifically. That study that I told you, that 15-year study was very revolutionary because it's one of the first things that has stated we need to focus on babies. We need to focus. That 0 to 3 age group is instrumental in their growth, 1 million neurons per second. And so story time is preschool. So story time and families coming together and learning about literacy and learning how to talk to their children. I feel like I model behaviors that are healthy for children's growth and development. And I don't, you see playgroups in the community and things like that, but not necessarily. Story time is so important to babies and connections between parents, building relationships and having support. And I just don't see that anywhere else in the community.
As I listen to this, I get the sense that even a young baby, 6 months, 8 months, 10 months old, it doesn't matter what I say as long as I'm saying something. I could read an old 50-year-old newspaper to them. I could read some modern book, or I could say goo goo gaga gaga. It doesn't matter, does it, early on?
It does not. It does not. It's so many scientific studies through LENA that are so exciting. One of my favorites is they had a woman read a fairy tale to a baby and interact and make it, use voices and expression. And then the person did the same thing in a second language. And the baby reacted the exact same way. They then recorded the person reading the same story in English, the baby's first language, showed it to the baby, and the baby had no reaction. The personal interaction is what it's all about.
More than just sound.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. Yeah. It's expression, it's love, it's relationships. That's what
fascinating. I got to take a break and we'll come back and talk more. We're talking to Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Library System about LENA, which is language environment analysis. More ahead.
Thursday and Friday, September 8th and 9th, Voice Inc. invites you to join them at Johnson's Pumpkin Farm for the 2022 Grape Escape. Sample local Michigan wines and meads paired with cheese and chocolate. Enjoy each other's company while you traipse through a 13-acre corn maze. Performances by Marsupial Cream Pie and Melissa May and Brian Coonan. Enjoy wines at the Cash Bar and feast on selections from our concession stand. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit the-grape-escape.org. This event is a fundraiser for Voice Inc. of Michigan.
Mark your calendar. Kids World Back to School Edition, Saturday, September 24th at Sarah Automotive in Saginaw. This free kids event will help kick off the school year with bounce houses, fun games, prizes, and so much more. Sarah Automotive invites you out from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. to join in all the action. If you or your organization would like to participate, call 989-752-3456. Our Kids World Back to School Edition, Saturday, September 24th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sponsored by Sarah Automotive and Francis Ray Academy.
How did hiring the right person become so difficult? Well, it doesn't have to be. Alpha Digital already has targeted databases built of very qualified candidates that are just looking for the right opportunity. That allows you to target exactly who you're trying to reach with a budget that is customized just for you. Learn about all the possibilities by going to alphamediadigital.com today. Find your next star employee with alphamediadigital.com.
Attention all business owners including storage space. Stop wasting your money paying someone else for your space. You can now save a ton of money and own your own building with the incredible sale prices from General Steel. That's right. Start saving money every month on renting space from others. Just call 877-25-STEEL to see how General Steel can help you save money. Our 50-year structural warranty buildings are custom designed for your needs and save you a ton of money. Call 877-25-STEEL.
Take it from a successful entrepreneur. If you need to expand or start a new business, you need General Steel.
Great team and the competitive pricing is the reason I went with General Steel.
Call 877-25-STEEL now, and you can get any of our popular quick construction structures, including a 40 by 60 foot building or a 50 by 100 clear span building fast and easy. Call 877-25-STEEL. That's 877-257-8335. 877-25-STEEL.
I'll second guest dinners with friends because they can be bloating, stomach pain, or oily stools. It turns out I have EPI, or exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, which means I'm missing the enzymes needed to digest food. My doctor prescribed Creon, pancrelipase, an oral prescription medication that replaces pancreatic digestive enzymes. Creon treats EPI due to cystic fibrosis, chronic pancreatitis, pancreatectomy, or other conditions.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall. If you're allergic to pork or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor and always with food. Do not chew capsules. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon.
Creon is the #1 prescribed EPI treatment. Ask your doctor about Creon for EPI and visit creoninfo.com or call 800-633-9110 to learn more. That's CREON info.com.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
On the next Markley Van Camp and Robbins show, Biden threatens to bomb legal gun owners. Bomb them? What does that mean? Photo bomb them?
Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins. Weekdays at noon on 100.5 and 790. News Radio WSGW. The WSGW Broadcasting Studios are sponsored by the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Showroom and Design Center in Midland.
And my home studio, sponsored by our good friends, Saginaw Spirit. Talking to Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Library System. We're talking about LENA, Language Environment Analysis. I just want to go back to inform parents how they can get involved. And the first question I have is, do I assume you need a library card in one of those two systems, Bay or Saginaw, to do the program?
Yes. Yes.
It's free, right?
I can answer for Bay County and not for Saginaw. We do prefer that you have a library card.
Yeah. And it's free. You just sign up for it, right?
They are free. And it's okay. It's library card sign up month in September. So I brought you something.
Well.
I brought you something real fun to show you. Ready? Here we go.
For those of you watching on the stream, what in the world is that? It looks like
it's a lollipop tree. And so it's a tree. It's a tree that's full of lollipops, little dum-dums.
I want to work in your office.
It's a big tree. And we have, if you pull out a lollipop, you get a prize. So everybody gets a lollipop. But if the bottom of your lollipop is colored, then you get a $5 Meyer gift card. And all of the branches will have these trees out 4 days of this month, but they're going to be sporadic.
You sign up. You pick one. You sign up, right?
No, everybody can get one. That's just a thank you.
Oh,
thank you for all of our library card users. And if you want to come in and sign up for a library card, we would be absolutely thrilled. We also have drawings in all 4 branches. Anyone can enter once a day. So if you come back tomorrow, you can enter again, all ages, for a $25 Meyer card. And that'll go on the entire month of September. So if you come in every day of September, you can put in a drawing every day, and then we'll draw at the end of the month to celebrate your library cards. And so if you don't have one, come on in and get one.
All right. So a parent interested has a newborn or something, a baby between 0 and 3 years old. That's where this program is targeted. Again, what do they need to do to sign up?
Please contact your librarian. So if you would reach out in Saginaw, the Buttman Fish is going to be hosting their first session. So please contact Buttman Fish, and their children's department will have all of the information. In the Bay County Library System, you can reach out to any one of our children's departments. So whatever branch is closest to you, you can also go to our website. So baycountylibrary.org/events is our events calendar. And you can see the program signups on there. So the first one is September 12th, and that's the in-person session on Mondays. And then that following Thursday is our virtual. And you can just sign up right on our website, and we'll email you all the information. And it's very likely I'll give you a call just to make sure you know what you're getting yourself into and make sure you don't have any additional questions.
Which branch does the in-person?
The Wirt branch.
Okay.
Which is the Alice and Jack Wirt branch, which is on Center Avenue in downtown Bay City.
So if you live out of the area of the Wirt branch, you can do it online. Same information, everything's the same?
It is. You are assigned 2 devices, though. So when you come in, we just do a quick switch. So you don't have to wait for this to be uploaded and all the data. We get you in and out as quickly as possible, but hopefully you'll stay and check out some books.
So you mentioned Pinconning earlier, for example. Somebody who lives in Pinconning. Are the devices available in that branch?
Yes.
Okay, so they're in all the branches then.
Yes. And all of your prizes will be there too. Everyone who participates gets the 10 free books. Everyone who participates and meets their goals, they get their prizes, and they'll all be at the branch of your choice. So you can participate in Auburn, if Sage is the best for you, if Pinconning. We'd really love to reach everybody in Bay County.
All right, while the device doesn't capture what I'm saying and just has a bunch of squiggly lines, sine waves in effect, how is there some identity on the device as to which device I have so that they know the squiggles belong to me?
Yes, we have a barcode, and it's very important that we do enter the baby's personal information, because a baby's mental development is not the same as a 2-year-old's. And the data that's produced from this is compared to all of the same age group. So everybody who has participated who's a baby, your numbers are going to be compared to all of the babies, not to the 2-year-olds. It's very important that these are assigned to the individual participants, and we've got a little barcode on the back specifically for that reason.
So, Danielle, is this an ongoing program? Will it be around for years?
I sure hope so. We're guaranteed through the end of March, and we're so proud that we started this in the middle of the pandemic, and we had 32 families participate. Our goal is to have 100 families by the end of the year, and I don't hesitate to see that happening. We're going to offer this session in September. Then we're offering another session. And when I say session, it'll be the classes. So right now, we're starting the in-person and virtual. So another in-person and virtual will start in January. Another in-person and virtual will start in March.
And how long do these sessions last?
10 weeks.
No, I don't mean that. Individually. Hour and a half?
Oh, yes, that's exactly right. Unless you're going to the in-person session, it's about an hour and a half, because the first half an hour is dinner. So in-person sessions are an hour and a half.
Free?
Yes.
Who said there's no free lunch, right? what time
well, we worked for it. I'm not going to, so like you said, but it's, I like to, my favorite question ever was a young kid who came in and wanted a tour, was in his class taking a tour. And he asked me if I owned the building. He said, "Do you live here? Do you own the building?" And I said, "Well, yeah, but so do you." So this program, you don't have to pay for it, but this is an investment of the community's tax dollars. So it isn't a free program, but I like to say you've already paid for it, so come on and use it. Right. This is how we're investing our time and energies.
All right, I'll tell you what, we've chewed up most of the hour. Hang on, we'll do one more session. And we will be back with Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Library System.
Lehman's Green Apple Barn is celebrating their 37th annual Apple Country Craft Show Saturday and Sunday, September 10th and 11th from 10 to 4. Over 60 local vendors will be featuring handmade items. You'll find crafters from woodworking, photography, sewing, doll clothes, holiday and garden decor, fresh baked goods, warm donuts, freshly pressed apple cider, kettle corn, food trucks, and more. Check out greenapplebarn.com or visit on Facebook. Stop out to Lehman's Green Apple Barn Saturday and Sunday, September 10th and 11th from 10 to 4.
Mark your calendars for all the fun at Our Kids World Back to School Edition. Saturday, September 24th at Sarah Automotive in Saginaw. This free kids event will help kick off the school year with bounce houses, fun games, prizes, and so much more. Sarah Automotive invites you out from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. to join in all the action. If you or your organization would like to participate, call 989-752-3456. Our Kids World Back to School Edition. Saturday, September 24th, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Sponsored by Sarah Automotive and Francis Ray Academy.
Get Labor Day savings at Lowe's. Buy one, get one 50% off select HGTV Home by Sherwin-Williams Paint and Cabinet rebate. And save on Lowe's exclusive Stainmaster laminate flooring starting at $269 per square foot. It's 3 times wear resistant and backed by a lifetime limited warranty. Shop Labor Day savings now at Lowe's. Stainmaster claims compared to standard residential grade laminate. See warranty at Lowe's.com/Stainmaster. Conditions and exclusions apply. See store Lowe's.com for paint details and restrictions. While supplies last. Offer valid to 9/7.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names at Pair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. 800-401-6681.
I always wanted to learn Spanish, but I never thought I'd have the time. Then I discovered Babbel.
Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're speaking another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Your home for Michigan Wolverines football is WSGW. The defending Big Ten champions are ready to prove that not a fluke.
He's going to go down the sideline. Blake Corum. Touchdown, Michigan. Donovan Edwards on the wheel route at the midfield stripe. At the 5. Touchdown, Michigan. He's in the end zone. Pick 6. DJ Turner.
The season kicks off against the Colorado State Rams at the Big House on Saturday, September 3rd. Game day coverage at 11 a.m. with kickoff at noon on 790 News Radio WSGW. The history.
2-1. Listen to 106,000 fans.
The tradition.
Haskins scores his 5th.
The memories.
And he fires toward the end zone. Touchdown! Mario Manningham! And Michigan will win!
Michigan football is on WSGW.
All right, we're back with Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Public Library System, talking about LENA. And I have to believe, Danielle, that you almost have a head start with this program. By that, I mean a parent who comes in and signs up for it is already interested in their child's development and being a participant in their child's development.
I see that so many parents do. And yes. Or I also see parents who are worried about their child's development.
But they're involved. They're already saying, I'm interested.
Well,
that's a head start.
Yeah, it is. And yes, they are interested in their child's development and doing their best for their child.
Yes, exactly. So the question is, how do we get this program into the hands of others who have not had that impetus to get started? Somehow we have to motivate them.
We've had so many wonderful supporters, and the Bay Aranac ISD has been just phenomenal about educating their staff and then promoting it to people in our community that may be underserved. So they're home visitors. They took time out of their busy schedules to learn about this program. And, they're going into homes and educating families on this information. They model it every day, just like I do. And then they encourage parents to come in. And what's so great, another thing that I really love about this program, obviously I nerd out about it, but where in the world do you get statistical data to tell you you're doing a good job as a parent? Mm-hmm. There is very little in this world that tells you you're doing it right. And this is a sheet of paper and a community. So you get a group of parents that you can talk to about your struggles and get feedback and growth. And you get a printed out report of what the things you're doing right.
Yeah. So the program is geared for 0 to 3.
Mm-hmm.
But youngsters don't stop growing at 3. Is there anything past 3 that's similar?
At 3 years old, we see a preschool starting. Right. So at that point in time, there's preschool and really we focus on this age group because this is that time where brain cells are just exploding. it's really about the science of the baby's development. That is why we focus on 0 to 3, because it is such a crucial time in the child's life.
All right. Well, Danielle, listen, I want to thank you first for spending all this time with us and remind parents again that the program is available both in the Bay Library System and the Saginaw Library System.
Yes.
Call your
Yes.
local librarian and find out.
Yes.
about it.
And Art, I missed an opportunity to thank our funders. So yes. So when we were talking about the funding for this program, so the HSC Cares, so Hemlock Semiconductor, gave us an amazing grant, as well as the Bay Community Foundation, to support this program and see it as a free program for all of our community's families.
So out of curiosity, do you have to go back to them next March to renew the program and try and get more dollars?
That's the plan. That's the plan. We feel like it's worthwhile to continue. And a beautiful part of this program is that it provides the data. It gives us the data that it's working. You know, as the families are seeing growth in their personal data, we get to see growth in the families and reinforce that this is having a positive impact on our community.
All right, Danielle, listen, have a great day, and we'll talk again down the road. We appreciate it.
I'd look forward to it. Thank you so much, Art, for your time. Take care.
Bye-bye now. Danielle DiAmico from the Bay County Library System, a children's librarian, talking about LENA, Language Environment Analysis. That'll do it for this hour. One thing I wanted to mention to you, we had that caller at the last hour saying that he had seen in the, I guess it was the Bay County paper, that there was a law preventing you from turning left into your driveway. That's not exactly right. It's not what the law says. And I've read the report now. It is a causing a hazard law. So let's say you live on a street and you're going to turn left into your driveway. You can go ahead and do that as long as no traffic's coming. No big deal. If you turn in front of someone and fail to yield a right-of-way or cause an accident in an unsafe manner, then it is a violation. Apparently, there was some loophole in the law that needed to be filled. This was passed by the House 93-10, a unanimous vote in the Senate 35-0, and the governor signed it. So it just plugs a loophole, but it doesn't stop you from turning left into your driveway. Just wanted to make sure we got that out there. Take our last break and come back and close out.
I know Michiganders are seeing rising prices at the gas pump, pharmacy counter, and the grocery store. This is Dan Kildee, and my top priority is fighting inflation. I've introduced legislation to suspend the federal gas tax, cap the cost of insulin, and lower prices at the grocery store by improving supply chains. I'll keep working with Democrats and Republicans in Congress to lower costs for you.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
Choose the proven performance of the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, featuring high-yielding Extend Flex soybeans and the exceptional weed control of Extend technology, elite genetics, triple herbicide tolerance, flexibility that delivers results, backed by 25 years of innovation. That's the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, the system of choice. Extendamax is a restricted use pesticide. Always follow stewardship practices, all pesticide label directions, and check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state. When you choose the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, you're choosing exceptional weed control. It controls more weeds than any other soybean system and offers up to 14 days of soil activity on certain small-seeded broadleaf weeds. Plus, you get triple tolerance to dicamba, glyphosate, and glufosinate when used with Extend Flex soybeans. The Roundup Ready Extend of choice.
Claims are based on approved EPA herbicide labels as of January 2021. Pair with a strong weed management program. Always follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and all other stewardship practices.
RocketGrabPlus.com. This week's deal on RocketGrabPlus.com is for Johnson's Pumpkin Farm in Saginaw. With this deal, you are getting a $50 gift certificate for only $25. You can explore the corn maze, get some cider, and don't forget about the donuts. Get ready for Halloween this year by picking out the perfect pumpkin for your next jack-o'-lantern. Head over to RocketGrabPlus.com right now to snag your deal. Rocket Grab Plus.
All right, that does it for this hour of the Art Lewis Show. We're going to make room now for Focus. focus on West Side Decorating Center. We'll talk to Mike Stoddard when we return right after the news.
From the Premier Kitchen and Bath Gallery Studios, WSGW, Saginaw, Bay City, Midland, WSGW-FM, Carlton.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by General Steel.
I'm Steve Kafin. The government update to COVID-19 vaccines. CBS's Dr. David Agus says their booster doses designed to take aim at the most common Omicron variant.
There has not been significant human studies done prior to their approval by the FDA. It was felt that given the dire need of these vaccines for the general public, that getting them out there as soon as possible was little risk compared to the potential reward of blocking serious illness.
The shots could begin in a few days. In a court filing, the Justice Department details what was behind the search at former President Trump's Florida estate and includes photos to show some of what was found. Legal analyst Lori Levinson says the filing also were likely concealed to obstruct the investigation.
What we're really learning about is why the government went in with the search warrant. And they went in because they believed that Trump and his team were not being open about the records that he was maintaining, even after he claimed that he had turned over the requested information.
Mississippi is bringing in contractors to try to get a major water treatment plant up and running again in Jackson. Flooding knocked it out.
This capital city's water system has long been troubled. It's failed several times in recent years, and problems have repeatedly prompted boil water notices. Many are
I guess there are no easy fixes. Should have been addressed a long time ago, and we are where we are.
Flooding from the Pearl River has knocked out the water supply to the city's 180,000 residents. No one has any idea how long it will be before people have running water. Jim Crisula, CBS News, Jackson, Mississippi.
A just-released government climate report says the Earth's level of greenhouse gases hit a record level last year. Carbon emissions had eased some during 2020 when the pandemic first hit. 25 years ago, the sudden death of Britain's Princess Diana. Today, some are remembering the tragic event in Paris and the woman who had the world's attention.
To pause as they cross the bridge over the tunnel where the fatal crash took place. Some leave scrawled sympathy notes at the makeshift shrine to Princess Diana.
We didn't know that this would be here. It's beautiful.
We still remember exactly where we were when we heard that she died.
The Mercedes in which she was traveling crashed into the 13th pillar under the Pont de l'Arno. She died just a few hours later. Elaine Cobb, CBS News, Paris.
The New York Yankees are spending just over $1 billion, not on a player, but on a team, taking a minority stake in the Italian soccer club AC Milan. Wall Street, right now the Dow is down 76 points. This is CBS News.
Business owner, renting or leasing, you can save a ton of money and own a custom-designed building made by General Steel. Just call 877-25-STEEL and get a quote today.
Hi, this is Jessica. Do you currently have an auto lease coming due? Have you been thinking about whether or not you should keep your current lease vehicle and are worried about current dealership inventory? Don't let the thought of searching for a new car stress you out. United Financial is here to help you. You can take advantage of our auto lease buyout loan and continue driving your current vehicle. Plus, enjoy 90 days of no payments, low rates, and a gas card when you finance your current lease vehicle with United. See how we put you first at United Financial? And contact us today to learn more, and we can keep you on the road in your current vehicle.
Some restrictions may apply. See credit union for details. Federally insured by the NCUA.
We're where you work, where you live. United Financial Credit Union. Serving the Valley community.
And now, bedtime. Struggles are ruining your sleep. Inspire may work for you. Inspire is a sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body to help you sleep peacefully. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Learn more at inspiresleep.com.
Inspire is not for everyone. Talk to your doctor to see if it's right for you and review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
RocketGrabPlus.com. Summer is here, the perfect time to save some money. Why would you pay full price when you know that you can save at RocketGrabPlus.com? You can check out all of our deals going on right now from Tri-City Motor Speedway, One Up Games and Repairs, JB's Market, Breeze of Auburn, Daylight Outfitters, and more. Half off? Yeah, it's true. And it's all at RocketGrabPlus.com.
RocketGrabPlus.com.
Live from the 100.5 and 790 newsroom. This is WSGW News.
73 degrees at 11:05. Good morning. I'm Ann Williams. State police have arrested a juvenile suspect in connection with the death of a 10-year-old girl Tuesday in Saginaw. Investigators found the girl's body in a vacant lot near streets after she had been reported missing from a house in the 800 block of 12th Street. State police have not released information on how the child died. The investigation is ongoing. It's another day of testimony in a hearing in northern Michigan to determine whether 5 men arrested for plotting to kidnap governor will stand trial in the case. Here's more from Charlie Langton at the Michigan News Network.
The FBI special agent will continue to testify today in the trial that involves 5 militia members. They said, one of them on the stand yesterday, at least from the FBI, that shooting cops was a good idea. The preliminary continues today. More defense strategies emerged during cross-examination of that FBI special agent. One, that not all the criminal activity took place in Antrim County. There were meetings in Wisconsin, Ohio, and then Lake County, and that could pose a problem for prosecutors. They've got to show that all the criminal activity took place in Antrim County. Now, the defense attorneys will continue the cross-examination of the FBI agent as day 3 of the preliminary exam continues. Charlie Langton, Michigan News Network.
WSTW News Time is coming up on 11:07.
Hi, I'm Tom Kreitler, host of the Money Pit Home Improvement Show. If you think you need a new roof, think again. And save thousands with RoofMax, the world's first roof rejuvenation treatment. RoofMax is a safe, easy, and affordable alternative to costly asphalt roof replacement, and it's guaranteed. So don't replace RoofMax.
RoofMax, a safe, easy, proven, affordable alternative to expensive asphalt shingle roof replacement. Call Ben today at 859-6751 or go to GetRoofMax.com for a free quote. Lehman's Green Apple Barn is celebrating their 37th annual Apple Country Craft Show Saturday and Sunday, September 10th and 11th from 10 to 4. Over 60 local vendors will be featuring handmade items. You'll find crafters from woodworking, photography, sewing, doll clothes, holiday and garden decor, fresh baked, freshly pressed apple cider, kettle corn, food trucks, and more. Check out greenapplebarn.com or visit on Facebook. Stop out to Lehman's Green Apple Barn Saturday and Sunday, September 10th and 11th from 10 to 4. Admission is free.
WSTW News Time is 11:07. It will be another day without lights or air conditioning for thousands of homeowners across Metro Detroit. DTE Energy crews, along with workers from other states, are working to restore power that went out during Monday afternoon's storms. 210,000 remain without power. Most of the power won't be back until tomorrow night, that is, with others having to wait until Friday. DTE Energy people still need to be aware of downed lines.
When you have an event like this where it happens anywhere, wires will come down and children don't understand the danger posed by them. So we need to just make sure that we continue to reiterate the public safety message that if you see a wire down and you believe there's a wire down, please stay away from it and contact DT Energy.
Lauer says the storm brought down more than 3,000 power lines. DTE Energy will be paying funeral expenses for a 14-year-old girl who died Monday evening after she touched a line. An 8-year-old boy remains hospitalized in critical condition after he touched a line Friday morning. Consumers Energy is working to restore power to more than 51,000 customers. A tragedy in southwest Michigan's Portage, south of Kalamazoo last night, as a man shot and killed his wife and 6-year-old daughter before killing himself. Portage Department of Public Safety Director Nick Arnold says the SWAT team arrived on a report of the shootings.
Officers responded. They were able to secure the area. There were 3 other minors in that apartment who were able to get out of the apartment during the time of the shooting.
Arnold says the children who escaped the apartment, 11 and 3, they're staying with a relative. He says they don't know how a motive for the shootings by 39-year-old Henry Bates, who was 39.
and his 31-year-old wife, Brianna, and their 6-year-old daughter, Zenzia. Dow has been recognized as one of the top 100 companies in the country for employees for the third year in a row. The company, the CARE list, draws on a survey of 1 million employees, as well as data from companies representing 6.1 million workers nationwide. Dow made the list in 2022, ranking 92 on the list of 100 companies. According to the survey, 76% of employees work, compared to 57% at a typical company in the U.S. When you see news happening, call the WSGW newsroom, 752-0798. It's 11:10. I'm Ann Williams.
Here's your WSGW weatherology forecast. Mostly sunny skies here for today with a high into the lower 80s, while winds out of the west around 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting as high as 30. And then for tonight, mostly clear, a low around 52. Thursday, sunshine, high of 81 degrees. And on Friday, mostly around 87. Saturday, a chance for showers and thunderstorms here late. Partial sunshine develops, high around 85 degrees. And Sunday, skies become mostly sunny, a high of 75. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Vuchitsky with the WSGW weatherology forecast. Currently, it's 70.
Now, it's time to focus as WSGW presents the people, the places, the businesses, the culture, the area events and activities, all put into focus on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSG and WSGW.com.
Good morning and welcome to another edition of Focus on WSGW, brought to you by RoofMax, the safe, proven, and affordable alternative to expensive asphalt shingle roof replacement. You can find out more online at getroofmax.com or call Ben at 989-859-6751. RoofMax, and remember it's spelled with 2 X's. Today, we will revisit our good friend Mike Stoddard at Westside Decorating Center in Saginaw. We say good morning to Mike.
Good morning, Art. How you doing?
We're doing well. So my favorite question, what's new at Westside Decorating? Mainly, how's the construction? Are you done?
Yeah, we are done. I was going to say that's the fun news. We've got our brand new showroom remodeled, completed, and walls are opened up in between the 2 suites that we expanded to. So we've got all of our new products on display, and we're welcoming the public to come take a look.
And are you going to have a grand reopening or something along those lines at some point?
And a little further down the road, we're just going to get settled in and make sure everything's working great, and it is. So we're very happy with the expansion. Looks a lot different when you walk in the front doors now.
And for those who listen to this regularly on Focus, you will notice we are missing Sonia. Not because she wanted to, but she is a new mom. Let's celebrate her new baby.
Yes, exactly. She's very happy.
It's both doing well, I assume.
Yes, they are. Yep, very well.
All right. So, what's new in the product lines at Westside Decorating?
Yeah. So right now, trying to get kind of last minute projects done. I mean, we still have a couple months of good weather for exterior painting, but a lot of people are working on decks, fences, sheds, maybe things they didn't get to earlier in the year. This time of year is a really good time as far as the weather goes and the temperature goes to do some exterior painting. So that's kind of where we're seeing a big push right now, is to get those projects done before fall sets in and the cold weather comes upon us.
Is there a difference, Mike, in the temperature range of painting, say, the outside of a house versus staining a deck? Do they both fall in the same range?
Kind of depends on the product that you're using. So most of our exterior paints for siding or for the house would be water-based or latex-based paints. Those you can paint safely down to about 40 degrees, but of course the sweet spot's always between about 60 and 80. 70 would be perfect. But when you get into deck stains, if you get into like a semi-transparent stain, most of those products are oil-based, and you have a lot more range as far as temperature goes. oil-based paint or stains, since they won't freeze. You can actually apply them almost down to freezing or below freezing. Of course, not a good idea. Usually things are too damp and moist at that point to do painting, but there's a with oil-based than water-based.
So what, we know in the world of paint, except maybe in commercial applications, most paints are no longer oil-based. Why oil-based in stains? Is it the way it penetrates?
It is, yeah. There are some good water-based stains on the market, and for our solid stains that look like a paint, for people that want to do a solid deck stain, those are still water-based. But you're right, as far as the penetration goes for oil-based semi-transparents, they just last a lot longer outside. They tend to soak into the wood deeper. They give you richer color, because obviously we know that people don't want to be a year in Michigan, so the oil-based products give you a little bit more longevity.
So I have to ask this question. I've always wondered this, and I don't think I've ever asked you before. What's the difference between, say, a ceramic paint in rust color and a solid stain in rust color that looks like paint, goes on like paint? What's the difference in them? Can I not use that ceramic paint on the deck?
Yeah, so that's a good question. So ceramic paints, we have them for both inside and outside, mostly for vertical surface. We do have some ceramic paints for floors, like for concrete floors. But those ceramic paints are super durable. They do contain a ceramic microsphere that makes them almost stain resistant. So more important on a wall, say in a kitchen, than maybe on a deck outside, because on the outside, you're kind of worried about the penetration of the product, because the deeper stain penetrates, even a solid stain, the deeper it penetrates into the wood, the less chance of peeling you have. So ceramic paints would be really good inside and on the outside on vertical surface. But on a deck, you want something that's called a stain, because it's actually going to penetrate the wood instead of sit on top. When things on top of the surface, you get a little water underneath over the years of weathering. Those coatings are going to fail and just kind of peel off, where a stain will just kind of fade and then need to be rejuvenated every about 5 years or so.
All right. So to all of you listening, if you have any questions about paint and wallpaper, and you've just heard Mike answer that one question, he's an expert and his staff are experts. You can stop in there and ask him anything about paint and wallpaper, and they'll answer it. We're going to take a break, come back. We'll find out what else is happening at Westside Decorating right after these notes.
It's that time of the year. Time to celebrate with the entire family. The annual Michigan Bean Festival this weekend through Labor Day in Fairground. Pedal pull, sand volleyball tournament, classic car show, cornhole tournament, bake sale, kids games, carnival, craft vendors, motorsports action including bump and run and figure eight demo derbies, and farm truck races. See Dave Lagnus, family tradition, and hypocrites in the entertainment tent. Labor Day, it's the annual parade, chicken barbecue, and a live auction, and plenty of free bean soup all weekend. For details, go to MichiganBeanFestival.com.
When a life-saving drug like insulin costs just a few dollars to make, it shouldn't cost you $1,000 to buy it over the counter. This is Congressman Dan Kilby. I introduced the Affordable Insulin Act to cap the cost of insulin at $35 a month, and I took on Big Pharma to get that bill passed in the House. In Congress, I'll keep working to lower all prescription drug costs to save you money.
Paid for by official funds authorized by the House of Representatives.
They say if you listen hard enough, you can hear the corn grow. It's true. When you're out in the field, you understand its challenges and what it needs to thrive. Channel Seedsmen bring insights from the field to our team of Bayer plant breeders. Their knowledge inspires our product development. From your best ground to your most challenging conditions, our products are designed to perform in your fields. Visit channellistens.com to see our latest innovations. Always read and follow IRM where applicable, grain marketing and all other stewardship practices and pesticide label directions.
Choose the proven performance of the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, featuring high-yielding Extend Flex soybeans and the exceptional weed control of XtendiMax herbicide with Vapor Grip technology. Elite genetics, triple herbicide tolerance, flexibility that delivers results, backed by 25 years of innovation. That's the Roundup Ready Extend crop system, the system of choice. XtendiMax is a restricted use pesticide. Always follow stewardship practices, all pesticide label directions, and check with your state pesticide regulatory agency for specific restrictions in your state.
Hi, WSGW listeners. My name is Ben, which may not mean much to you unless you're a WSGW listener that I've helped, because I am Ben with RoofMax. You know, RoofMax, the safe, easy, proven and affordable alternative to expensive asphalt shingle roof replacement. I want to thank all of you that asked me to maintain your roofs with the Roof Max treatment. I also want to tell you that I'm going to give away to a lucky homeowner a Roof Max treatment for free. You can have the chance to win by entering the Ben for Roof Max Your Roof for Free contest. Enter online at WSGW.com. The winning home must be within 30 miles of Roof Max headquarters in Midland. I will treat up to 3,000 square feet of asphalt-based shingles. The winning home must also meet the criteria for a Roof Max treatment, or an alternate winner will be drawn. Complete rules are available when you enter the contest. I'm Ben saying good luck playing the Ben will Roof Max Your Roof for Free contest. Enter online at WSGW.com.
Ground ball up the middle and into center field, not the better Victor Reyes. Candelario being waved around third, and he will score. Tigers take a 4-3 lead on the Reyes. 2-out single here in the fifth.
The Tigers play 6:50 tonight on 790 News Radio WSGW. Thank you for being with 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW in the premier kitchen and bath gallery showroom and design center studios.
All right, we're back talking to Mike Stoddard, owner of Westside Decorating Center at State at Weineke in Saginaw, with their newly expanded showroom, now fully available to you. So, Mike, let's talk about the product range at Westside Decorating, because you're far more than just paint. So tell everybody the types of items you carry there for decorating. Mike, where'd you go?
We do a
there
lot
you
of window
are.
treatments.
We missed.
Still here.
Yeah, we missed you.
Yeah, just saying.
Go ahead.
No problem. I was just saying we're known for paint, but we sell a lot of window treatments. We do flooring, we do carpet, we do hard surface, we do wood flooring, we do wallpaper, which people come from all over the place to look at our wallpaper books, because there's not a lot of places you can do that anymore. And then one of our new product lines we just added, we've got area rugs now in stock, and we have about 100 different types that you can look at in the new showroom too. So that's kind of exciting.
So, if I come in and I say, all right, Mike, I want to recarpet, do you have the people that will install?
We do. So we've got, from the very start of the project, if you come in and tell us you have a flooring project, we've got 3 designers on staff here that can come out to the house, measure, give you help picking out the right type of flooring for your job. And then, we do everything. We do the rip up, the installation of the new carpet or the flooring. And we've got designers, like I said, on staff to help with the whole project.
I'm always curious, because I look at our house, and I would fear having to move everything in my house. Who does the moving of the furniture and stuff?
Yeah, so furniture can be moved by our installers. We just we kind of will take a look at the house when we go out there, ask you if you have things to be moved, and we can just put that right in there for you, because stuff is heavy and a lot of people don't want to have to move it. So yeah, our installers will do that for you.
And let's talk for a minute about wallpaper. And the reason I bring it up, there was a story this weekend, I think it was on the Sunday morning show on CBS, about wallpaper and its design. It's making a resurgence, isn't it?
It is, and we've got a lot of designer books in stock too. So we're seeing like geometric patterns come back. A lot of things from the past are kind of coming back, and wallpaper is always one of those things that it kind of goes hot and cold. But we've always had a good base of customers that use it. A lot of designers like to use wallpaper. Borders are kind of going away. We're still seeing murals popular, and like I said, those geometric patterns are coming back as well.
And, what's the reliability of access? If I order wallpaper, am I going to get it?
Yeah, wallpaper is really good actually right now. If you find a pattern you like, we'll check stock, make sure it's there, and then usually it's delivered within just a couple days. We're seeing most vendors, even with carpet and window treatments, are very fast right now, which is great.
Is it something I can do myself, or does it really require a professional?
Yeah, definitely can do it yourself. Sometimes the removal can be tough if you're removing wallpaper. We have a lot of professionals that will do that, and we do have people that will hang paper for you as well. But yeah, if you have some patience, hanging wallpaper is not that hard.
And the other thing you have, because we have some of it here, you have cleaning products for various applications around the home.
We do. We've got anything from like generic cleaners like TSP. We have specialty cleaners like Wet and Forget. That's algae and moss remover for outside. All you have to do is spray it on. The rain actually activates it and does all the rest of the work. We have kitchen cabinet cleaners. We have deglossers. We have a product called the world's best gutter cleaner, and it really works. A lot of those gutters have got black marks from the water and the rain hitting the roof and then staining the gutters. We actually have a cleaner that will clean that right off.
What kind of hours do you keep at Westside Decorating?
Yeah, during the week we're open Monday through Friday, Saturdays 9 until 3.
And your address?
Yeah, we are at 5789 State Street in Saginaw Township, right near Weineke on State Street.
Same plaza Super Cafe is in, and you're practically next door now because you have both suites in one store.
Sure are.
Yep. All right, Mike. Well, we'll look forward to talking to you again, and we'll have another session with Mike on one of our Friday shows to answer your questions about paint and wallpaper. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, Art.
You bet. Bye-bye now.
Yep. Bye-bye.
Mike Stoddard, Westside Decorating, and we'll let you know when the big open house is going to happen to show off that new showroom. But if you'd like to see it, you're welcome to go in now and take a look. We'll be back to close out and move over to Baird & Company to find out what's happening in the marketplace. Let me ask you how you slept last night, because today we're asked to do more for less. So when you go to bed and you spend a third of your life there, you need quality sleep. And you can get it with a quality mattress from Sanitary Mattress. Now, you can visit all the so-called sleep stores, or you can rest assured the mattress you're using is manufactured right here in the Great Lakes Bay region to your specifications. Your dollars are spent and they stay right here in our local economy. Your time in bed may be cut short by today's demanding world, but don't be fooled. You can still get a quality good night's sleep on a Sanitary Mattress. And they feature 1-hour window delivery of your mattress to your home. Now, if you have an RV or a boat, Sanitary Mattress will custom make a mattress for you, something the box stores can't do. Visit the Sanitary Mattress factory and showroom serving this area since 1935. Set your GPS to 5343 Janes Road in Saginaw, just east of the Harry Brown Airport. Visit them on the web at sanitarymattress.com or call them at 989-753-1757. Sanitary Mattress.
Are you ready for retirement? Well, Jason and Carl Kreiderman with Great Lakes Investment Advisors have a new book that can help make empower your retirement. They talk about how a well thought out financial plan can make the difference between just surviving and thriving.